So Jars is back in Pittsburgh right now. He's being evaluated. That's all I can tell you there. I might as well go down the list. Well,
might as well.
All right. Archie is back in Pittsburgh. He's being evaluated. He's rehabbing. Marcus was a maintenance day today. Jeff Petrie is skating right now. He's traveling with the team. He's skating right now with Ty. Tanger is still back in Montreal with his family.
Were you expecting him to come on this trip at all? Or?
I don't know yet. We're obviously trying to be respectful of Tanger's, of his time and his space through this difficult time.
Seemed a little upset with the guys at the start of practice. Just what was going on there?
I just thought we were lethargic. So sometimes as coaches, we're trying to just affect a little bit of positive change right away.
Mike, you've given up a couple of leads in the last few games. What do you guys have to do better or differently to hold those?
I just think a lot of it boils down to details and habits, and defending hard and executing when plays are there, continuing to have the right mindset and trying to work to get the next goal, but just doing it the right way. And there's this game is a lot about momentum swings. At times you have it. You've got to do your best to leverage it and get as big of a lead as you can. When you have it, when you don't have it, you got to try not to get hurt by it, and you got to try to simplify the game to get it back. And I think we can do a little bit better job in handling some of those momentum swings.
Mike, how does the previous 7-game winless streak and then the 7-game winning streak help you with the current streak that this team is currently on, as far as you guys not hitting the panic button? The experience has been down that way?
Well, the reality is we're right in the thick of it, and that's the way we need to look at it. We're trying to stay in the moment, and I think the most important thing is that we're just trying to get better every day. We got to build our game. We got to try to learn through experiences, and that way we put ourselves in a better position to have success moving forward. And so we're not going to dwell on things that we can't change, but we got to learn through them. And that's the process that we go through every day with these guys. We have tremendous leadership that these guys have been through an awful lot in their careers, and we trust our leadership group that they understand, how to handle these situations. Everybody gets it. We know we're that we're in a battle to make the playoffs, and that's our very first objective. And the best way to accomplish that is making sure that, from a mindset standpoint, we stay right in the moment. We don't get ahead of ourselves. We stay in the moment. We try to move the needle on that day in order to improve and get better, and get excited about the opportunity in front of us.
Like Jake doesn't have a goal in 7 games, which is unusual for him. He's always so consistent. Do you see anything in his game you don't like right now?
Well, I think he's pressing a little bit. He puts a lot of pressure on himself to score. He knows that this team relies on him in that regard, and so he's a competitive guy. He's a proud guy. I think, a lot of times when players go through stretches like this where they don't score, and most players and throughout the course of their careers do, Jake's not any different. It's just a matter of making sure that you're in the right headspace, so you don't get in your own way, so to speak. And that's easy to do as an athlete, because these guys are proud guys and they care, and they want to do their best, and they know that their team is relying on them, and Jake's no different in that regard. And our advice to him is to hang in there and just continue to compete, focus on the details of the game and just playing the game the right way, defend hard, and then simplify a little bit. Shoot the puck, go to the net. That's usually when good things happen.
What have you seen from Mark Friedman on the back end now that he's gotten a handful of games under his belt?
So Frieds is he's a real good defender. He's a mobile guy. He's a great skater, and he uses his mobility to defend. He has the ability to make outlet passes for us, help us get out of our end zone. He can use his skating ability to join the rush and help us create numbers off the rush. And that's what we see. He's a competitive guy. One of the reasons I know we signed him was because we knew he was an NHL defenseman that can play in this league and that can help us win games. He's not just a guy that's going over the boards to kill minutes. He's a guy that can be a productive player for us.
What does Dustin Tokarski bring to this group?
So I think Dustin just he brings a lot of experience. He's got a significant amount of time in the NHL. He spent a lot of time last year in the NHL, and he's got a number of NHL games under his belt. I think his experience level as that third goalie is invaluable for us for this very situation. So we feel confident that he's a guy that we know we can put in the net. Excuse me, that we can put in the net, and he's going to give us a chance to win.
Mike, is Ryan Paling available tomorrow, and will you have enough forwards for a fourth line?
Right now, he's day to day. I can't answer that question.